Hi everyone, welcome to this review of iSpring Suite 11. I'm James Gilchrist, and I've been an instructional designer and a learning and development leader for over 20 years. Recently I started my own company, Lighthouse L&D Consulting, and I use iSpring Suite and iSpring Suite Max every day to support my clients and develop learning solutions with them. This video will demonstrate some iSpring Suite features, but its purpose and my hope is that by sharing my experiences and opinions formed while using iSpring for over 10 years in many different professional environments, I can help you decide if adopting iSpring Suite 11 is the right choice for you. So who is this video for? If you are an instructor, educator, instructional designer, learning leader, project manager, freelancer, or full-time employee, if you are interested in streamlining your workflow and creating solutions to help people perform better, and if you're looking for a tool that allows you to be both creative and efficient, then this video is for you. Thanks for joining me. As you just saw, iSpring Solutions is sponsoring this review, but the opinions, topics, and direction of this review are mine. If you follow me on LinkedIn or have seen some of my L&D presentations on YouTube, you'll know that I've been recommending iSpring to instructional designers, learning leaders, and team managers for years. So when iSpring asked me, I said I'd be very interested in creating this video, but they made no suggestions regarding its content, and they didn't ask to see it first. I'm being fully transparent because while adopting a new tool costs time and money, in my experience, nothing beats learning about a product from people like you who use it like you will. If you don't know, iSpring Suite 11 is an e-learning authoring toolkit that can help you quickly create online, on-demand, SCORM-compliant learning solutions. But that description alone isn't enough to help distinguish iSpring Suite from other tools in the L&D space, in my opinion. So we need to go a little deeper. I've already said who this video is for. I'll add that iSpring Suite 11 is designed for everyone I mentioned and many more besides. By more, I mean those who may not already have experience creating learning solutions with a variety of tools, and those who may not consider themselves e-learning experts. iSpring takes the needs of a wide variety of users into account while still offering sophisticated tools and powerful customizability. As you'll find out, they are also invested in helping people become better instructional designers, not just better iSpring users. For the rest of this video, I'll be showing you content made either by me or shared by iSpring Solutions for free to demonstrate the value of engaging content. One of the reasons I started recommending iSpring when I first discovered it was its integration into Microsoft PowerPoint. I don't remember what version, but it doesn't matter because it still is and has been consistently throughout its life. Other companies have created e-learning tools that started out that way, but now have either separated themselves from that integration or have de-emphasized that integration over time. And that's relevant because that lack of emphasis can also lead to lack of stability and/or features. Trusting that elements in my PowerPoint, from morph transitions to the timing and quality of my animations and audio, will stay intact and function as intended is crucial. In my experience, iSpring's integration with PowerPoint benefits the individuals and groups I've mentioned. Whether it's because teachers, instructional designers, project or team managers who need to create or oversee the development of learning solutions are familiar with PowerPoint, or because the coworkers and subject matter experts you work with have used PowerPoint for years, that access and familiarity with PowerPoint saves time. And time is a priceless commodity when it comes to course development. In a nutshell, any existing PowerPoint templates, Animations, slide designs, audio and video functionality, pre-existing training content or presentations can be integrated instantly into a course published today using iSpring. And whether you are a freelancer or part of a team, not having to take content created by others in PowerPoint and disassemble it or convert it into other formats before you can use it can be a huge benefit. Subscribing to iSpring Suite Max gives you access to a huge library of additional slide designs, course themes, characters, and graphics. But only you know if you and/or your team have access to PowerPoint, and if existing or future PowerPoint projects are things you are likely to use as source material. So, let's look at the Toolkit components of iSpring. iSpring's various Toolkit features let you create engaging course content as you work in your PowerPoint project, or via various included apps that can produce standalone content ready for immediate publishing. Creating assets while in PowerPoint lets you edit and save them directly into your project. You won't have to find and import them later, as they will be part of your project file. Here we're looking at a presentation I delivered as part of iSpring's online education event, iSpring Days 2023. This event is one of the ways iSpring Solutions is helping people, and not just its users, become better instructional designers. If you want to absorb a ton of great L&D knowledge in a few half days without leaving your desk, be sure to sign up for it. It's an annual event, and it's free. Some of iSpring's Toolkit features include quizzes, role-play scenarios, learner interactions, templates for which are included in many types and styles, video lectures, and screencasts. All these tools can be accessed directly from the iSpring tab inside PowerPoint, and most of them can also be accessed in the Quick Start app, which opens when you launch iSpring via its desktop shortcut. The video lectures feature I mentioned can be accessed via a tool called iSpring Cam, but I most often access its functionality from inside PowerPoint. It's located in the narration section of the iSpring tab, where you'll also find the record audio and manage narration functions. Narration features don't publish standalone content like the other Toolkit features I mentioned. These functions do allow you to easily record, edit, and synchronize audio and video with animations in your iSpring course. I can't overstate what a good job iSpring did in designing these functions. I'm pretty picky about my audio quality, and synchronizing audio with on-screen animations is something I do a lot. But the time it takes me to do this using iSpring is so much less than when using other e-learning tools, I've come to think of it as the standard against which other tools should be measured. Setting slide properties, adding presentation resources, including language translations for your course, and defining every aspect of your course player can be done via functions found in the Presentation section of the iSpring tab. These are very important and very powerful tools that allow you to completely customize the functionality and appearance of your iSpring course interface, that is, all the bits that appear around, above, and below your content that your learner uses to interact with your course. Apart from how easy it is to build and add quizzes, role plays, and interactions to your course, the complete control iSpring gives you to customize your player is another benefit I often mention when recommending iSpring. After all, if your learners don't have a good experience interacting with your course, it can impact how well they learn. Multiple course navigation options, the ability to resume a course from where a learner left off previously, volume, screen size, and playback speed controls can all be included. You can display presenter video, your company logo, and give learners access to downloadable files or websites without having to embed these elements in your slides. You can choose the fonts used in your player controls and the colors used for buttons, toolbars, the player frame, and the page background to align with your branding. And you can save these changes and choices into a player template you can call up and reuse at will. You can also show a complete transcript of your narration in a panel next to your content. The power, control, and flexibility available to customize the iSpring player are always among the first things I highlight to new users. Slide branching, slide timing, controlling how a slide advances via click, timing, or both, being able to control when slides fill the learner's view for videos or large diagrams, and when the transcript or navigation panels are visible by default. These parameters can all be set using the presentation controls, and you can do all this without needing to take a training course on how to use iSpring. Speaking of training, iSpring Solutions offers a ton of sample course files, interactions, quizzes, and role plays available as free downloads on its website. You can use these for inspiration, or you can use them as starting points for creating your own. Most of you watching this video are probably used to teaching yourself on how to use tools and create content on the job, either through reverse engineering existing projects or trial and error. It's great to be able to say to people considering iSpring that a steep learning curve isn't something they need to worry about. It helps that the functions and features in iSpring are laid out clearly and consistently. How many times have you tried and failed to find a feature in your e-learning software that you know is there somewhere? Almost every feature in iSpring is available via 3 clicks or less from the iSpring tab in PowerPoint. In the many years I've used iSpring, I can also say that it is rare that they move a function from where it's always been. Over time, new features have been added to the iSpring tab, but everything I need can still be found where it's always been. Do you currently need dedicated experts with specialized software know-how to create or even update your courses? I've shown vendors and staff working for some of my clients how to use iSpring in 2 hours, less depending on what they need to be able to do, and they in turn have been able to help significantly cut project development times. You get the picture. L&D continues to present a rapidly changing landscape, from where and on what devices we consume learning to what we expect from our learning experience. iSpring has impressed me with the speed that they have continued to add new features that reflect that changing landscape. Originally one of the first tools to offer plug-and-play responsive design options that let me publish once but deploy to multiple platforms, iSpring continues to push the envelope by regularly adding more tools and features to its toolkit. Updates come frequently within a version cycle, are easy to install, and don't break my projects. It's easy to see what new features are being added and what fixes have been implemented without having to search some online update site. This attention to the user experience and commitment to maintaining and improving iSpring is one of the many reasons I've been able to recommend iSpring Suite for so many years. Adding new features isn't a surefire way to improve any product. As I've said, if a UI is constantly changing and features you've come to rely on disappear to make room for new features, you'll feel the pain of these improvements in lost time and money. Sometimes your sanity will suffer too. Thankfully, while iSpring continues to add new features at a steady pace, these are in sync with the needs of both developers and learners, work well, and do what they intend, make it easier for developers to create more engaging and effective learning content. I'll mention just a few. For users of iSpring Suite Max, a recently released feature takes advantage of AI in the form of a very usable text-to-speech functionality, and they've put custom character creation in the hands of everyone. While I don't typically use TTS for high-performance, high-profile courses, I highly recommend its use to provide previews of course narration for all to hear and change before I sit down at a microphone. Again, a great time saver. We're looking at this feature in use in a role-play scenario. I'd also like to mention that the role-play scenario builder is available to all iSpring users. It makes it easy to quickly create branching scenarios that reflect a learner's choices. I mean, click, populate, drag, and drop easy. It is easily one of my favorite features. And although the TTS feature isn't available outside of iSpring Suite Max, you can add text and recorded audio to your scenarios in iSpring. You can even use AI tools outside of iSpring to create your audio files and then drop them into your scenario. Also available to iSpring Suite Max users is iSpring Space, a feature which provides a convenient online location for courses to get published and reviewed during the development cycle. Team members can be assigned access to specific projects and given the ability to add online comments that everyone can see. Source materials can be uploaded to this space automatically if desired, which is very helpful if multiple developers need access to the same project. In response to the needs of the freelance e-learning developer, iSpring has also recently added a My Portfolio feature to iSpring Space, making it easy for users of iSpring to show their past work to potential new employers or clients. The content can be protected, and a portfolio's contents can be reconfigured easily as needed. Last but not least are two features that, while not the newest, are both extremely useful and continue to be updated and improved upon. QuizMaker and iSpring Visuals, standalone iSpring Suite apps, also available from inside PowerPoint as Quiz and Interaction, respectively. This is a quiz project that is available from iSpring for free, and it demonstrates a wide variety of drag-and-drop quiz questions. It offers a great way to quickly see how you can create your own quizzes. In addition to drag-and-drop functionality, iSpring offers multiple choice, identify the correct item, fill in the blank, true, false, and many other types. One of the best aspects of the QuizMaker function is that you can customize the background of your quiz to match the non-quiz slides in your course for a seamless user experience. You can also use QuizMaker to publish a standalone online resource without ever opening PowerPoint. That's what iSpring has created here. The last tool I'll mention is iSpring's Interaction Builder. Here we're looking at an entire course that you can download from iSpring that contains slides, interactions, and quizzes. The interaction shown here is just one of many types that iSpring will help you build. You can also download various standalone interactions from iSpring that will help you see how they are created and in what instances you might want to include them. These aren't the only types available, so I encourage you to try all of them to see how you might take advantage of better ways to organize information while giving your learners more varied ways of interacting with your content. As I've mentioned several times, adopting a new e-learning tool is an investment in time and money, often not just for yourself, but for a team, department, or even an entire company. Often choosing that tool is based solely on price and a company advert listing its features. Hopefully this video has given you some useful decision-making points to consider. Before I wrap up, I want to take a moment to talk about what you might think is an unlikely iSpring feature. It's people. From my earliest introduction to iSpring Presenter, a version of their software that I got for free from a giveaway site, I've been able to connect with and get helpful and courteous responses from the folks at iSpring. Those online interactions became personal ones when I stepped up to the iSpring Solutions booth at the Learning Guild's DevLearn conference years later and was delighted to discover that people I'd never met knew who I was. They genuinely appreciated my engagement and they wanted to know more about how I was using their product. This connection led to my being asked to share my experiences during live webinar events they were hosting and promoting, being part of iSpring Days, and once I had started my own business, even referring clients to me as a friend of iSpring. I've never had that kind of relationship with any other company or its people. You may have similar stories to tell about companies you trust, but for me, it goes a long way to know that as a customer, I can depend on the people at iSpring to make sure I'm always having the best experience using their product. Over 10 years, and they've never stopped providing a great customer experience. So that's reason number 10 for me. Thanks for watching this review of iSpring Suite 11. I'd love to connect with you to talk about your experiences using iSpring or about L&D in general. Look for a link to my LinkedIn profile in the description or use the QR code on this screen. Be sure to like, share, or comment if you enjoyed the video. It tells me if content like this is valuable to you and our shared L&D community. And if you are looking for someone to shine a light on your learning and development needs, help you create learning solutions that improve performance, and who will meet you where you're at and help get your learners where they need to go, be sure to think of Lighthouse L&D Consulting. I'll always be glad to help. Take care, and wherever you are, have a great day. It's yours, isn't it?